Kia ora, this is Arun Jacob, your friendly and frank licensed New Zealand immigration advisor. As you all know, I love to give information and also provide services through my company to help deserving and high quality clients to come to New Zealand on a temporary or more permanent basis. My company does a lot of work with international students and also with skilled migrants. And today I would like to talk a little bit about international students in New Zealand and their part-time work ability. Okay, now as per the law, I mean the international students who are here of a particular level of study are actually entitled to work 20 hours in the week when the course is ongoing, and during vacation time they can actually do 40 hours of work, and so that is basically written into the policy, and they're definitely entitled to doing that kind of thing. But the problem I have come across is that some of these international students who are landing here are coming very, very, very desperately looking for that part-time work. It is almost like they have come here with only 3 or 4 weeks of money in their pocket, and they know that money is going to run out, so they're running around desperately trying to find that part-time work because they need critically need that money to be able to keep them going. So my question to people like that is, what happened to the money that you promised on your student visa application form? Because on that legal document, on that official document, you actually ticked a few boxes saying that I have $15,000 to take care of myself when I come here to New Zealand. And this was meant to be your living expenses. In some instances, you were asked to put that money into something called the FTS account, which is the Funds Transfer Scheme account. Or in some instances, you were allowed to carry it. But the fact is, you made a declaration saying that you have this money. So my question is, what happened to that $15,000? You are supposed to be here in New Zealand with the primary intention of focusing on your course. But it does appear when I come across some of these desperate students that their primary intention is not here to study that course and pass it properly, but to get into this part-time work as quickly as possible and start earning and start, I don't know what they want to do with that money. Not that they will earn, hundreds and thousands of dollars, but they seem to be, very, very desperate to get this work. So I think the premise, the first step that from which you're starting is a little wrong. Because you are here primarily to study, and that's what you wrote in your statement of purpose. That's what your agency wrote in the cover letter. You declared in your student visa application form that you have the tuition fee as well as the living expenses. And now you're coming here and you're suddenly putting your hands up and saying, "Oh my God, I'm really out of money and I desperately need to find some work." So I think you need to relook at that particular aspect. I mean, recently one of my own students, who came recently said, "Hey, look. Can you help me find some part-time work?" I said, "Absolutely." And then I said, my next question was, "But will your course allow you to do part-time work?" Because this particular student was in a course which was in the creative industry, and it was highly intense. And this course involved sitting and doing work till about 6:37 in the evening and working on a portfolio and putting it together and working quite diligently on that. Similarly, there was another student who came for a postgraduate course in business, and she also got into part-time work. She got into a very good organization actually, but she's finding it difficult to do that part-time work because the pressure of studies, the number of assignments that she has to do is absolutely taking a toll on her. So I spoke to both these people and I said, "Come on, guys! I mean, you're here not to go to a supermarket or to a petrol bunk or to one of the fast food cafes and earn that $16-17 per hour. You are here primarily to focus on that course and create a better future for yourself, because if you pass that course well is when you get your post-study work visa, and from that is where you can, if you show good grades in your course and when you start applying for your jobs after your during your post-study work visa phase, people who are going to look at your CV are going to look and say, wow, this person has actually performed very, very well in that course, or this person has actually put together a very, very impressive portfolio, and that's when you get those jobs. But if today you are going to get desperate and you're going to get run behind those part-time work in a supermarket or petrol bunk or somewhere else like that, what is going to suffer is your course. If your course suffers, your entire future suffers. And what is it that you're going to earn anyway in this first year is approximately about $15,000, which you already declared that you have with you. So basically you are trying to chase and earn that $15,000, which you already have declared that you have, but you're not willing to use it for whatever reason, only and your sponsor knows, and things like that. So my advice to you is, do not sacrifice your long-term benefit for the sake of some short-term earning. If you have brought in that $15,000 as your FDS, please use that $15,000 and take care of your living expenses. Focus on your studies, because when you actually graduate and pass and you find work, that $15,000 at the most will be 3 or 4 months of salary. You have to begin to think like that. You have to begin to make that balance sheet of what is it I lose now and what is it I gain in the future, versus what is it I gain now and what is it I lose in the future. So that's the kind of decision making that you guys have to make. Stop being desperate for this part-time work, because there's also only so much part-time work that will be available. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of part-time international students seeking part-time work coming into New Zealand. There are also thousands and thousands of local New Zealanders as well, youngsters and other people who are also looking to work. I mean, it's not like that part-time work in New Zealand has suddenly become the exclusive domain of international students. It can never be like that. I mean, none of the international students, will ever displace the local, workforce anyway. So that's the kind of attitudes and thought processes that you guys need to have. If you have come for a postgraduate course in business, you have come here with the intention of becoming a good, solid business professional in future. And you can only become that if you sit and write those assignments well and get good scores. If you have come here with the intention of becoming a good 3D animator or graphic designer, you need to sit down and you need to, slog yourself to the point where you create that fantastic portfolio, which any person looking in the industry will say, wow, I absolutely need this person on my team. One of my clients who's done a course in 3D animation is now on $90,000 or $85,000 or $90,000 per annum, which is phenomenal. If this guy had, gone chasing a part-time work in a supermarket or in a petrol bunk, and he kept saying, no, I have to start earning, and did not focus on his portfolio, he would have not got that job offer. He would probably still be struggling, trying to make the best out of whatever scenario developed after his course got finished. Probably he'll get stuck into that petrol bunk job for the rest of his life. And now he's a guy who's done a creative course, but now trying to see how we can get a manager position. You don't need all that nonsense. This guy recently got his resident visa. I was the one who helped him with that particular process. He's happy, his family is here, he is well settled, he's already recognized in the industry, and he's also earning very, very good money. So that is the attitude that with which you need to be present here in New Zealand. And so please do not focus on that part-time work. Use the money that you declared in your student visa application. If you did not bring that money here with you, then I think you obviously lied on that form. So obviously your sincerity is questionable from day one. So please think about all these things, and become a better person, because these are not just lectures to improve my business, but these are also honest opinions to try and help you guys who come to a new country and try and settle down. We have all gone through this process, and I speak also from my experience of what it was like. And all I can tell you is, be honest, be sincere, and you will be successful. If you try and take shortcuts, if you try and ignore your course and try to run behind this part-time work, I can tell you guys are setting up yourself for failure. So be very careful and stay focused, and become good international students, and hopefully productive future workers and residents and citizens of this country. We need young, smart people like you, but we also need people who are sincere and committed to what they take up. So all the very best, and I hope this answer will help you to streamline your stay here in New Zealand. Please post your comments below, and if there are any other queries, do not hesitate to contact us, and I'll be more than happy to post more videos. Thank you for watching.